We come out and teach you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanics, who you are according to the Bible. All right? Because right now we can ask a Hispanic where he's from. He's going to say, oh, I'm Puerto Rican. We might ask you where you're from. You're going to say, I'm black. Or whatever. All right? Everybody got 100 names, but you don't know who you are according to the Bible. That's why the Lord has sent us, the prophets. You understand? To teach you what? The laws, the statutes, the commandments. You got to understand that. All right? Because we as a people, we're walking out of order. We're walking disorderly. Read.
Luke chapter 14, verse 26.
3.
If any man come to me, verse 23, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges.
That's right, sister. The Lord said to go out to the highways and the hedges. That's where we are now. All right, come on.
And compel them to come in.
And compel them, make them, bid them, command them to come in. To come into what? Come back into your understanding of who you are. You understand that? Because you might say, come into where? Come into church? No, we're not telling you to come into church. We're telling you to come back to the understanding of who you are. Read.
That my house may be filled.
Then my house may be filled. What house? What house is the Lord talking about? A mansion? Is he talking about your house on 116th? What house? Give me that thing, man. On Matthew 15, you know what I want? We're going to find out what house. Because everything you see in the physical, but the Lord deals in a spiritual manner.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Read that again.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's why we have to speak to these Mormons that's walking up and down our area. All right? I've only been sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's the words of Jesus the Christ.
That's right.
He's only sent to the Israelites. Understand that. Not to all nations. And 100% not to the white man. We're gonna keep it 100 with you. And we're going to give you his biblical name is the what? The Esau, the Edomites. That's the so-called white man's name in the Bible. But you may think we're out here just to rail on that. No, we've come to recover you out of your sleep. Out of your what? Your misunderstanding. Because you don't know the Bible. You don't know what it is. You understand? You thinking it's something up in church and y'all singing and all that. That ain't got nothing to do with the Bible, man. Nothing. Read that again.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24.
You heard that, brother? You got one of these flyers, man? Cat, could you get a brother a flyer? When you spare time, brother, read it, man.
Oh, okay.
Right? This is to recover us back.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't understand.
You don't understand?
Mexicano.
Mexicano?
Mexico.
You drunk though. Tell him he's drunk, bro.
Está borracho. Don't understand.
Oh, I forgot I got there.
Está borracho, bro. Tú tienes que regresar aquí cuando estés en tus cabales. ¿Ok? Regresa cuando tú estás en tus cabales y hablamos con usted.
Right. So what? We got to deal with you what, Israel? We got to teach you sin. We got to make you understand and see your sin and do what? To repent. That's what it's all about out here. You understand? Give me sin, brother.
First John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
That's right. So sister, whoever committed sin transgressed the law. Now you know what a sin is. Those who break the laws of God. All right, go back to 1 John 3.
First John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
You hear that, Mom? Whoever transgresses the laws of God, they are in sin. So first of all, you got to know what the law is. You understand? Many of you don't even know what the laws are that you're breaking, but you're still going to be dealt with according to the Most High. Finish up.
For sin is a transgression of the law.
You hear that, sister? Sin is the transgression of the law. All right? What is a sin, though? Huh? Yeah, you're right about that. It is what he said. She's trying to get smart. said it's what he said, and that's true. But we're going to roll through some sins. But first of all, we're going to do what? We're going to prove that we Israel out here. Give me Deuteronomy, bro. Matter of fact, you know what? Yeah, give me Deuteronomy. Give me 1 Timothy before you go there. Let's deal with some women. All right? Because a lot of our people, we got to know what we in. You brothers, you sisters, you got to walk right in the Most High's law. You got to dress correct. You got to dress correct. All right, sister, it's against the laws of God to be wearing pants. Yes. You too, sister. You too, sis. We can't wear pants. You women got to get out them pants. Read.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9.
Come on.
In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
That's right. The women are to adorn themselves in modest apparel, meaning modesty. If you look that up in Google right now, you're going to see a bunch of women in skirts. They never going to show a woman with tight jeans and say that she's being modest. They're never going to show a woman in a tight sweatsuit and say that she's being modest. It's nowhere in the world you're going to find modesty with a woman with her breast out. I don't care what culture you're in. I don't care what country you're in. Read that again.
In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
The woman must adorn herself in modesty, sister. All right? So we got to teach our young ladies that they must what? Conduct themselves like ladies, like real women in the Bible. Wearing skirts, wearing dresses, not with jeans on. So we're looking at all this stuff. That's against the laws of God. Read that in Deuteronomy, brother. You finish that? I'm sorry. Finish up.
With shamefacedness.
With shamefacedness. Meaning what? Meaning what? You got to be what? You have to be a woman that has what? A shamefaced will be not a person who's showing their breasts and they're behind all damn day. That is anti-shamefaced. That's wicked as hell. You hear that, sister? Read.
And sobriety.
And sobriety, meaning the mind must be correct. Not only must you not be on drugs and drinking all the time, you have to be sober in your mind, meaning what? That you know who you are, you know how to move and talk and walk. Read.
Not with braided hair.
Not with braided hair, but that's another level. Get off of that, go to Deuteronomy. Because the dress code to the Lord is very important. In a physical sense, your dressing, we're going to show you how a physical thing is really spiritual. Before you read that, give me Romans 7. I'm sorry, bro. Give me Romans 7. Because we're going to show you how the spiritual will manifest itself in the physical. That's why the Lord understands when a person is out of order and when they're not in order, and when they're in order. Go ahead. 14.
Romans chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual.
It says, the scriptures say, for we know that the law is spiritual. So when we telling brothers and sisters to keep the Sabbath, keep it holy, that's a spiritual thing. When we tell y'all women, take off them tight jeans, that's the spirit. You understand? Because many people think a spirit means a ghost. Oh, God is spirit and he is, oh, God, he doesn't have a body because he's a spirit. No, that's not what it means. You understand? Read that again.
Romans chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the Lord is spiritual.
For we know that the law in itself is spirit. You understand that? Give me Deuteronomy. Because we're going to take out the spiritual things out of the Bible, sister. And they are physical. Like wearing a skirt is a spiritual aspect. You understand? A lot of people don't understand it. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 1.
Come on.
The woman should not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
You hear that, sisters? The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. How simple is that? How simple is that? Brother, let me ask you a question. What is a woman's garment that a man should not wear? A dress. How simple is that? But many men want to put on skirts now and pretend that they're man enough to wear a skirt. No, you're not. Because now that you have a skirt on, now that we know that you are part-time homosexual, there's no question. Because a man in his right mind is not going to put on a dress and then think he's hard at the same time. How you going to be a tough guy with a skirt on? It can't work. Why? Because the physical things are actually spiritual. So when you put the skirt on yourself, you're putting on the spirit of a woman on yourself. When the woman has on pants, she's now taking on a man's spirit. That's why they don't want to hear nothing the man got to say no more. That's why the man can't come in the house and tell his wife, listen, what happened with the food? What, nigga? Food? No, you're going to eat cereal. That's only because she wearing pants now. Back in the days, they said, what? I wear the pants in the family. Why? It's denoting how the woman is now taking on a masculine, what? I'm missing the word. The masculine attributes of the man. Before that, the woman wouldn't come back and talk back and want to fight the man. Now you have women who want to physically fight men. Why? Because they're in jeans, they're taking on the spirit of the man. If they put back on the skirt, the dress, they're going to behave like a woman. Read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The women shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
You women have to take off men's clothes. Period. You women have to take off the pants. It is putting a wicked spirit on you. You are cross-dressing. Read the next part.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
That's very easy. A man is not going to walk down the street with a skirt on. He automatically is going to be acting like a female. When you put on a three-piece suit, you start to even walk different. When you put on hard-bottom shoes, your behavior is different. Right? You're walking upright. You're feeling like a businessman. But when you put on a skirt, you're going to feel like a woman. Because, in fact, you are putting on the spirit of a female. You understand? Come on.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
For all that do so, all of you women who wear pants and spandex, tight jeans, you're an abomination to the Lord. You're as if you were a homosexual to the Lord. Bottom line. Read that. Give me Leviticus 20 and 13, because some people don't understand. They think we're making it up. They think we got nothing better to talk about. We just want to scream and yell. No, we got to bring out the laws of God to you, because you don't learn in church. And you don't read on your own. You don't give a damn. You think that God is all about grace. Oh, I can do anything I want. The Lord is going to accept me. No, he won't. No, he will not. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13.
Come on.
If a man also lie with mankind,
if one man lays down with another man, what?
As he lieth with a woman,
as a man and a woman supposed to lay down, meaning have sex with that man, or we won't even call sex, but they're both laying together as a homosexual. What does the Lord say about that?
Both of them have committed abomination.
Both of them have committed a wicked, vile, nasty act. So now when the woman is wearing pants, the man is wearing a skirt, that's the same exact thing. That's called what? Cross-dressing. You understand? Which is the beginning of homosexuality. That's why a lot of you women, you think you like men now. I'll punch that nigga in his face. Who he talking to? All of this nonsense because you got the spirit on you of a man. You understand? But you ought to keep the commandments. Give me Revelation 19 and 8. Because the Lord is telling you how you can make it into the kingdom. You must keep the commandments. The dress code is part of it. You understand that? Just like when you go to work, if y'all work in a certain place, they might tell you, listen, you got to wear all black here. You don't bark, because you're getting a check, right? You wearing your uniform. I got to come every day. I'm a barista at Starbucks. I got to wear my black every day and make coffee and this and that. You don't say a word. Now the word come out, oh, I have choices. I'm American. I can do whatever I want. You're going to find out the hard way. Read that.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 8.
Come on.
And to her was granted that she shall be arrayed in fine linen.
Come on.
Clean and white.
Clean and white. What is that clean and white? A lot of you see a lot of religious people, they walk around in white. Why are they doing that? Because that's a symbolism of something we're about to read. Read.
For the fine linen.
Because the fine linen, the clean, white, fine linen is what?
Is the righteousness of saints.
Is the right, no, read that part again, brother. Come on.
For the fine linen is the righteousness of saints.
Of the saints. The fine, white, clean linen is the righteousness, meaning the symbolic understanding that what? You're keeping the commandments of the saints, which are the Israelites. give me righteousness, Deuteronomy 6. And then give me the saints. Because a lot of times we don't even understand what the Bible is saying. But that's why we got to be out here teaching it. You understand that? It was given us to come out here and teach it to you. We're not supposed to stay in the church like your fake pastor been doing for his whole life. Waiting for you to come in there, and then we say, oh, how are you, sister? How's school? Oh, how's work? Yeah? Oh, you look good today, sister. Give you a little kiss and smack your ass so you can go down the block. That ain't what's going on over here. You will learn or you will burn. That's it. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness.
And it shall be our righteousness. Whose righteousness? The Israelites. You so-called blacks. You so-called Hispanics. You so-called Native American Indians. You understand that? You are the Israelites. It is for you. Read.
If we observe to do all these commandments.
If we observe to do the commandments, not read them, not just read them, not just read them and, hey, how you doing? Hey, listen, man, you know we don't, no. Not all that talking, but to do it. Read.
Before the Lord our God.
Come on.
As he has commanded us.
Right, as he has commanded us. Not as he asked us, not as he pleaded. No, he told you this is how it's going to work. Just like when you go to work, your boss tells you, I need this at this time. You don't go to the boss and start copping a plea because you're not going to get your check. But now you want to come in front of the Lord and start talking a bunch of garbage about, well, I have free will and I got this and I got that. You're going to get destroyed. Period. Give me saints.
Psalms chapter 148.
Because a lot of people think that saints is anybody. The saints are not just anybody. The saints are the Israelites. We're going to prove it out of the Holy Bible. The same Bible that's on grandma's desk, dusty, the same one that your pastor been using, the same one they use inside of the courtroom that they lie on, it's the same one. Read.
Psalms chapter 148, verse 14.
Come on.
He also exalted the horn of his people.
He also exalted the horn of his people. What does that mean? When you read in Daniel chapter 8 and verse 21, it lets you know that the horn means that the power of his people. Who's that? Jesus the Christ.
The horn?
The horn.
That means?
A horn. You know a horn that's on a rhinoceros?
Yeah.
Now when a rhinoceros
But it
comes,
looks like
listen,
that.
when a horn comes charging through, you in trouble. You're not going to be able to stop a rhinoceros when it's coming full speed. So that's what the Lord is saying. So the Lord is now bringing up the horn of the Israelites. That's Jesus the Christ. Read.
The praise of all his saints.
The praise of all his saints. Who are what?
Even of the children of Israel.
Indeed are the children of Israel. Understand that, man. You understand? So we're going to go through what you Israelites must do.
It's like the past. For me, it's like Israel place, that's the past, but the words still stay.
No, Israel is not the past, sister. Israel is very much
Then
the
I don't
present.
understand it. I really don't.
Well, you don't understand it. Are you this morning? I want you to answer me truthfully.
Yeah.
Are you in your?
born,
Listen to
I'm
me. Listen.
old.
I'm going to ask you a question. Are you sober and in your right mind right now?
Yes.
Good. Now we're going to go through it. Where's your father from?
Huh?
Your father.
My father?
Yes.
Lord.
I'm talking about your physical father, your biological father.
He's not there.
Okay.
He's laying down.
All right, he's laying down, but where's he from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. So what does that mean? That means that he is from the tribe of Ephraim. He's not a Puerto Rican. Do you know what Puerto Rico means?
Well, it's
I want you to answer me straight, sister.
I
Do
don't
you know
know
what
how
Puerto
to
Rico means?
explain it.
It's very simple.
It's nice.
No, I know it's an island. I want to know what the term Puerto Rico means.
Puertorriqueño.
Not Puerto Rican, I want to know what Puerto Rico means.
I don't know.
Puerto Rico just means rich port. That's it. Rich port. Rico's rich, Puerto port. Right? You see that? You didn't know that. Let me ask you a question. What does Boricua mean?
Boricua, Hispano, Puerto Rican again.
No, it does not mean Puerto Rico. No, it doesn't. Boricua means what? The brave land, a brave lord, right? Now, what does Borinquen mean? That should help you.
Oh, that's what came from.
That's the land of the brave lords.
Yes.
Exactly. So now let me ask you the $8 million question. What language is Boricua?
Spanish.
It is not.
Wait. The real Spanish.
The real, you talking about the Castilian stuff out of Spain. No, that is not the answer.
No?
The answer is it's Hebrew.
Hebrew?
Yes. Why would the Puerto Ricans, the so-called Puerto
But
Ricans,
you telling
why?
me-
Come on, put it together.
You're telling me that the other kind that you just said.
No, I'm talking about the Puerto Ricans, your
I
people.
understood.
Yes, they were speaking Hebrew.
Okay, Hebrew. That's
Yes.
what I meant.
Yes. Now, let me ask you a question. Why would they be speaking Hebrew?
God, I guess.
I like, see, you don't really know, but that's good. Now my question to you, and I'm going to answer them, I'm just asking. Now, why would they start to speak Spanish is my question. That's really
Yeah,
the
because
question.
there's so many languages that he changed that. I know that.
I want you to answer me, why are the Puerto Ricans of today speaking Spanish? Okay. How about you? You don't know? You find it interesting though. You all listening. No problem. But the reason, huh? You ain't got no choice. I hear you. You're right, you're standing there, but you're gonna still learn something. But the reason that they're speaking Spanish today, sister, is because what? They were what? Raided by the conquistadors, right? All right? Same thing like in America, we're speaking English. Why? Because it was settled by the British. So now we're speaking their language, am I correct? All right, so now we're gonna get to the point and show you, because we're out here saying that the so-called Puerto Ricans are the Israelites, right? So remember, you said you think that Israel is something way back then, but the Israelites are still here. You just don't know who they are. Many people know who they are, but you don't know who they are. So now I'm gonna show it to you. Very good. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Psalms is good, but right now you're gonna learn your history. You're gonna learn history today. Read it.
2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40.
Before you read, what we're reading to you now is out of the book of 2nd Ezra. Now, it's in a separate.
I don't have that.
No, you don't have this. Hold on for a second. What happens is that this Bible here, this is the 1611 Bible, right? You can find this in any store. I mean, in any store that sells books,
I know
right?
what you're saying. It doesn't
Within,
go like that in
right,
the
with this book, you have this, okay, this Apocrypha, which is 14 books that were taken out of the Bible. They're in my Bible, but it's not in his. That's why we're holding it separate. All right, so I don't want you to think we're reading something that's not the Bible.
No.
Now, what we're going to show
I
you.
was in this world.
Okay, well,
They used to get scared.
but they teaching you madness. Now you're going to learn how the Puerto Ricans got into Puerto Rico. You had never known that. You're going to learn how the so-called Dominicans got into the Dominican Republic and the Mexicans to Mexico and all of that. Read.
2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40.
Come on.
These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
Right. So the 10 tribes is talking about this. Let me show you. Ephraim, which is the real name of your people. Right. The Ephraimites. They are the head of all the tribes, okay, which is known as the Northern Kingdom of Israel. Right, absolutely. Right? So they were the head of all of those 10 tribes. All right?
Well, what's the name again?
Ephraim.
can
That's the
read
so-called
it?
Puerto Ricans, yeah.
This one.
Yes. But now what we're talking about is not just Ephraim, but from Ephraim all the way down here to Naphtali. All of those tribes. That's what we're discussing. Read.
In the time of Hosea the king, who Salmanasseh the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
Right. So what happened was the so-called Israelites from Ephraim down were taken into slavery. All right?
Oh,
by the
okay.
Persians. Right. And then, I'm sorry, by the Assyrians. Okay? And they were taken over to another land in Assyria. Okay? So they were slaves there. But then what? Hold on. No. Listen, I want you to listen. You have to listen. Why I asked you before, or you're going to be sober-minded. Okay? So now they're there, right in Assyria. Read on.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they will leave the multitude of the heathens and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwells.
So now they got liberty, meaning they were out of slavery.
They was able to go
right.
where they had
So
to.
exactly. So the king told them this: listen, y'all are not slaves anymore. You can either stay here with us, or you can go and do what you want to do.
Exactly.
So they went together and said, listen, let's go into a land where never mankind dwelt before. Let's go somewhere far. All right? So that what? So that we may keep the commandments. Don't start yet, sister. Don't start yet.
I'm not starting yet.
All right, come on.
Just
That they might dare keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Right, now let me explain that. It says that where they can keep the commandments where they never got the chance to keep it before, because when you're in slavery, you can't do what your families used to do. Because now I'm telling you, listen, we're gonna celebrate Christmas. And you're like, damn, Christmas. We do the Feast of Dedication. We ain't into that. You know, we do Hanukkah, you know. So now you have to conform. Now you got to do Christmas. So now that they're free, they're saying, listen, let's go somewhere where we can keep our commandments. We can do what the Lord said. You understand? Are you listening to me? You paying attention? Read.
Very much.
For the Most High had shown sign for them, and hell stilled the flood till they were passed over.
Now, no, ain't no hell. Listen. Now the Lord, what he did was, they jumped in some ships, and the Lord said, listen, I'm going to let y'all, they're going to go far. So now he held still the floods so they can go and travel. But where are they traveling to? We're going to find out later.
But through that country, there was a great way to go.
Right. For the country they were going to was a great way to go. Why? Because they were leaving from here. Right? They were leaving, they went through here, okay? They went all the way around. I'm gonna show you on a big map. So then they went through here. This was the route. All the way around the tip of Africa, right? And then overshooting over here. What's over there? I'm gonna show you.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, read on, bro.
Namely of a year and a half.
So it took them a year and a half to get to this place, right? So when they left from all the way on this side, went all the way around the tip of Africa, and where are they going that it's going to take them a year and a half? South America.
Oh, I see.
The Caribbean. You understand? North America. Read on.
And the same region is called Asaph.
And the same region is called Asaph. Do we have that? Do you have that, brother? Asaph?
Yes.
Please get that. You can get it. Now, there's a word being used here called Asaph. All right? Very good. So we're going to find the meaning for you. Got it?
Yes,
oh, beautiful.
Asaph.
Read this.
The name of the land beyond.
I'm sorry, brother. Show it to her. Let me show it to her real quick. Okay? Now, this is what we're reading. This is the definition of Asaph, all right? And where did we get this from? We got this from the JewishEncyclopedia.com, all right? So anybody can pull this up. This is not our private information. This is stuff that it's right there. It's out there.
So long ago.
It ain't even so long ago. It ain't so long ago. You know, the Bible was written a long time, but the definition of it.
That's what I meant.
Check this out.
Asaph, the name of the land beyond the great river.
The name of the land beyond the great river. This was being called the Great River, right?
Okay.
Far away from the habitation of man.
Far away from the habitation of man, because at that time nobody was living on the Western Hemisphere.
So
everybody was. They wanted to go. Remember, they wanted to go somewhere where nobody was at before, right? So everybody was here. Now they wanted to go somewhere where never mankind dwelt. They knew that land was here because there was travel going on for a long time.
And which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell.
It says where the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell. That's talking about what? Ephraim and down. The so-called Hispanics of today. Ephraim is the right. Let's go.
Observing the laws of Moses.
Observing the laws of Moses, meaning what? Keeping the commandments of God. Read.
Until the time of the restoration.
Until the time of the restoration.
When he brings us back.
Ah, very good. Back from what? We're dead asleep right now. We're destroyed right now. Because right now you think you're Puerto Rican. So now what we're doing is trying to restore you to the fact that you're the tribe of Ephraim. You understand? This is the restoration that we're coming back and teaching.
That's right.
Come on.
Oh, I understood that one in another way, but it's something new.
But you're on point. You were there. Come on.
According to 13 Ezra's.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 45.
Right. Now it's saying according to what we just read. That's how
Columbus identified.
Who?
Columbus.
This is Christopher Columbus.
Yeah,
I want you to.
that said that he was supposed to. He's the one that.
Let me help you out.
I hear you.
He was saying that he was trying in this what they teach us in school that Christopher Columbus was trying to find India. But he wasn't trying to find India. It's going to let you know Christopher Columbus identified the place called Asaph, what we read out of the Bible with what?
identified America
He identified America.
And that's
Come
what I
on.
was trying to
with this land.
He identified America with what? The name Asaph. Letting you know what? That the Bible had already prophesied about America way, way, way long ago. You understand? So that the so-called...
Wait, I need to understand that.
Come on.
Real good one.
Right.
He recovered, like he knew what was America. Oh, okay.
Let me show you why.
The way I understood it,
Let me-
since I was a child, was
He discovered America.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
he didn't discover America. That's why what happens here is that Christopher Columbus read out of the Bible about Asaph and where the 10 tribes went. That's why he knew that the land was there and how to get there.
Oh,
At that time, the so-called, we call it, whoever from Spain and the so-called white people at that time, they were thinking that the land was flat, that the world was flat.
exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
Their minds were dumb as hell. You understand? But through the
I
Bible, they
understand.
had an understanding of, oh yeah, oh, it's over there.
Because remember, in that time, their brains wasn't there. Like
They-
you know,
they'll-
our world was.
Listen, no, it wasn't our
And they
world.
didn't
We understood what was going on. You understand that? That's why they had to constantly get with us, constantly try to put us in slavery to build up their place because they didn't know what the hell they was doing. But now,
I understand.
I want you to read that part again about Christopher Columbus.
My
Get it back?
apologies. Because I
Listen to
didn't
this.
understand.
Insist, listen to this.
Did you record it?
Columbus identified America.
Columbus identified America by the name of Asaph in the Bible, letting you know that when Christopher Columbus was coming here, he already knew that people were here. He knew that people were in the Caribbean.
didn't know that.
He knew it already. You understand? So now we know that what? The people who were here, the so-called Native American Indians, they are the Israelites. The so-called Puerto Ricans, they are the Israelites. The so-called Dominicans, they are
What
the Israelites. The
Israelites?
so-called
What I mean,
Mexican,
Israelites?
the Israelites, meaning that you
Oh.
are of Israel.
Oh, okay. I
Not the
understand.
place, but the man
Okay,
named
I
Israel.
understand.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.